Hi, BrenTech here, where tech is made simple. So Google has rolled out the early stable of Chrome version 148, which is going to be our next stable release, rolling out in the next week or two. And the early stable, as you may well know by now, is rolled out to a limited subset of users a week or two before the update becomes generally available to the public, which according to Google gives them enough time to sort out any bugs and issues before general availability. Now, most, including myself, would not have received the early stable. I've received the early stable only once since running this channel, so I haven't received it as yet, but nonetheless, the early stable rolled out late yesterday in my region on the 22nd, so we're not going to see it next week. But we are going to start seeing Chrome version 148 start rolling out on May the 5th, 2026. And we're also expecting Brave and Edge to get their Chrome 148 version upgrades as well in the same week. So a big browser, Chromium update browser week. So for Chrome, that'll be 148 starting to roll out on the 5th of May 2026. So just a quick overview as to what I personally think we could start seeing roll out. This is subject to change, and this is according to the Chrome platform status and what I have seen in preview. Now, obviously, the first thing we will see is the security fixes that will roll out for the open source Chromium project, which the browser is based on. And that'll be our weekly security fixes for that week. And then if you are using Google Chrome on Android, there's quite a major update for Android users, which will allow Android devices to communicate directly with hardware like microcontrollers or sensors via USB or Bluetooth serial ports through the browser. And I do think that's a nice move if you are using the browser on Android. And then next up, there's Japanese phonetic support that's going to start rolling out, which will improve autofill support for Japanese furigana names, making form filling a lot smoother for Japanese users, which I think if you are in that region will be a step in the right direction. And then here's a big one, which I have posted on previously. It's a feature called lazy loading for audio and video, which basically at the end of the day saves bandwidth and improves initial page load speeds. Now, I'll leave the video for this lazy loading feature. I'll leave it linked down below and in the end screen because I went into the feature in detail. And this is going to be rolling out with Chrome version 148. And basically what lazy loading is all about is it's a performance enhancement where non-critical resources are only loaded when they are needed on a web page, typically when they enter the user's viewport. So the elements will only load when they enter your viewport, so when you scroll over them, which at the end of the day will save bandwidth and improve the initial page load speeds, which once again I think is a nice move and a step in the right direction. That's a big one for Chrome 148. Check the video, as mentioned, it will be linked if you'd like some more information. So those are a couple of changes which I thought you may be interested in, taken from the Chrome platform status. And then something else which we might possibly see is, as I have posted previously, with Chrome version 147, Google started rolling out the new vertical tab support for Chrome. And this is rolling out on a controlled rollout. Not everyone since 147 rolled out, the previous release and the current stable release, had received it. So I'm sure that with 148, vertical tabs is going to start being enabled for a lot more users. And just on a side note, if you are wanting to enable vertical tabs, I have posted a video on how you can do that. I'll leave that video linked if you'd like to enable vertical tabs before it does become available as a default feature. So I do think that vertical tabs is going to be becoming more widely available with version 148. And it's going to be interesting to see if the workaround that I've provided to get MV2 extensions like uBlock Origin back up and working again, it's going to be interesting to see if that's still going to be available and working. But if we head over to the Canary browser, which is a very early preview version, which is currently sitting on Chrome version 149, and we head to our extensions, uBlock Origin is still working the workaround in Chrome version 149. So we are getting Chrome 148. So I'm sure with 148 the workaround will still work because it's still working in version 149 in preview. So, but obviously I'll keep you guys posted in regards to that and keep you in the loop. So guys, that's just a quick overview, subject to change. There might be one or two surprises in regards to the user interface, but obviously not guaranteed. And obviously when version 148 rolls out to the general public starting the 5th of May, I'll post and keep you guys in the loop. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.